Today, we are going to take a look at some of the most incredible transformations in bodybuilding history. First, we will take a look at the before pictures, and then during their respective bodybuilding careers, and then finally, we will take a look at their current shapes, physiques, their current states, and this, of course, is Dorian Yates. And I began with him, kind of a little bit of a bonus, I guess, because you guys, I am sure, if you're a big fan of my channel, you probably have seen all of these pictures. You've seen his past physique, which he was pretty slender, I have to say. I think he's having a brewski. Anyway, he's in trouble with the law back in those days, but he looks fantastic. I believe this middle picture's from the mid to late 90s, 300 pounds off season. The guy was massive, and he is still in very good condition. He doesn't train as hard, obviously. He does yoga, things of that nature, and he stays very healthy, very fit, very good to see as well. This picture here, this gentleman here, might be a little bit more difficult for you guys to identify, and this one surprised me. This one surprised me big time. I would not have guessed that this here character is the Beast, Ruhl Winkler, Boobunder, as Louis Marco called him. This guy is incredible, and it's hard to imagine that he used to be this unkept teenager, what have you. Does not look very impressive at all. I've got a six-pack there, but definitely needs a haircut, and boom, add on about 100 pounds of thick, raw muscle. What a incredible transformation that is. Here's when he started competing. You know, he had a decent physique. But I mean, a lot of them had decent physiques, and most of them don't turn into that. That's just incredible. And Ruhl Winkler, I have to say, one of the most aesthetic bodybuilders for a mass monster. Ruhl Winkler in recent years has slendered down a little bit. I mean, he just competed up until last year, and I am hoping for his health that he's done with the sport of bodybuilding or competitive bodybuilding. But hey, I am going to support the guy no matter what he does, and he looks pretty healthy these days, I have to say. Can any of you guys guess who this slender young fella is? Anybody? I'm giving you a chance to guess. This gentleman is none other than Markus Ruhl, the German giant. Isn't that incredible? What a transformation that is. I am sure some of you guys got this one. Hard to believe that a guy, that looked like this. What is he, 300 pounds on stage? Used to look like this. Just a mere, shell of a man. Markus Ruhl, one of the more impressive before and afters. This picture here, I'm sure some of you have seen, and now watch this. Boom! Did you have a look at the delts? For goodness sakes. Here's a before and after side by side. He was already training here, and it was hard to get pictures of him, before he was really jacked, because he looks pretty big here. To the left here, and to the right, obviously, he's huge. Here's Markus Ruhl now. Looks like he's training the Miracle Bear, Urs Kalaczynski. He is big, he's huge, he's outsizing a current competitor. Classic physique, but still. Guy looks like hasn't lost a pound. He's massive as ever. So it's good to see these guys doing very well. Mass monsters and all, but still doing very well, healthy. Here's one that I'm sure many of you guys will get, guys and gals. I am sure you've seen this picture before. He was sporting his physique then. Boom! Could you imagine if he could just transform himself into his future physique? This is Paul Dillet, the Canadian bodybuilder, probably one of the more known Canadian bodybuilders. Look at this picture. It's photoshopped. Here's the real one. Do you see his little arm? And this is crazy enough that a guy looks like this can look like this. One of the greatest bodybuilders, bodybuilding physiques, genetics, unbelievable. From the front, from the side, maybe slightly weaker from behind, but hey, nobody's perfect in the sport of bodybuilding, or the game of bodybuilding. Paul looks something like this now. Obviously, he lost good percentage of his gains, but hey, he's still a slick-looking dude, and be hard to believe with those tight-looking pants, kind of small-looking, slender legs. Hard to believe that he once had some of the greatest calves, quads, hamstrings, glutes of his time. Paul Dillet, true legend, still doing good. Here's one that I'm sure most of you guys will get, and there's no real before, during, and after bodybuilding career pictures of this guy. It's Greene. Not much of a difference, I have to say. He was probably natural back there. Anyway, I don't want to get into a natty or not discussion with you guys. He has not lost an inch. He has not lost, he's just as peeled as he ever was. Does not even compete anymore. He's in his mid-40s, if I'm not mistaken. I wish he did compete. Hey, he could win the Olympia right now. But anyway, Greene, just figured I would throw that one in there. Here's one that I'm sure many of you will also get. It's hard to get pictures of this guy not jacked. It's Lee Priest. I'm sure you guys have already got that one. Hard to believe, though. I was going to say it's hard to believe that a guy looks like this. He's still jacked. He's probably a teenager here. Could look like this. And almost more impressive at his age. I mean, he was very impressive at a very young age. And in his prime, he was a Hostetler stud. And this is a recent picture of Lee Priest. He is I'm a little bit tongue-tied in this one. Lee Priest is getting back in shape. If you follow him on Instagram, he has been dieting. He's dialed in, guys. Is he going to compete in the Masters? Who knows? Here is a slender young fellow that I'm sure a lot of you guys might even know this guy, who he is. I'm sure some of you guys have seen this picture before, but for those of you who haven't, you know who it is? It's Flex Wheeler. Did you see the size of that difference? The delts, the arms, the chest. Well, that makes up a physique. Very rare pictures of this guy. This one here, very blurry, but you can still see. I mean, look at the legs. Even the face. Looks like a skinny young fella, and compared to one of the best bodybuilding physiques that this game has ever seen. This is a recent picture of Flex Wheeler. Unfortunately, he's had some health issues, including amputated foot, as you can see here by this picture. But he is gung-ho, more gung-ho than ever. He's involved with bodybuilding still. He makes appearances, things of that nature, and you can't get this guy down. So kudos to Flex Wheeler. He's awesome. Gonna finish up with this blonde bomber here. This blonde bomber. Anybody know who this guy is? It's not the real blonde bomber, Dave Draper. Although that would have been a good guess. It is. It's the Wolfman, Dennis Wolf. What a difference. Very incredible. And this is him. He's actually trained here. It's hard to get pictures of him not jacked. And boom, couple of years later, no matter how you slice it, the guy looked good, even when he started. And here's a side-by-side of him doing a front lat spread. And like I said, hard to get pictures of him not impressive. I mean, that's an impressive physique. Who knows? Could be natural there. Well, maybe not. There's just no way that you could fit those quads into those pants that he's wearing back then. There's no way he could squeeze into them. So yeah, we're going to finish off with Dennis Wolf. And this is him. He looks like he is doing good. I like to see them still in great shape. Not juicing, not, competitive. But still representing their name, their brand, their legacy with a fantastic physique. And knock on wood, I'm sure Dennis Wolf will live on with this great physique for many years to come. He's outside getting a nice workout. Nothing like an outdoor pump, I'm sure. Hit thumbs up on the video if you did, in fact, enjoy it. And I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I did putting it together. It was a fun one for me, for sure. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Have a great day.